ever make her blue. Just tell her that you love her. Make sure you're thinking of her in everything you say and do. Take good care of my baby.
Right, bear with me, please. Right. Here goes. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and relatives. It gives me great pleasure today, immense pleasure, to see you all here together with our daughter's wedding to David, and to help us celebrate this special occasion. Georgia, my girl, has always been a very good daughter for her mum and for me, always helping us both. We love her very much. I know she will be a good wife to you, as she has been a very good daughter to a mum who I think looks absolutely fabulous today. My wife. Georgia, you look absolutely stunning today, and it makes me very proud indeed to see you looking just like a princess on your wedding day. But to me, you've always looked your best, no matter whatever you're doing. If you are minding, working, building up, pulling down, even when wearing your overalls, you always look your best. You have always been there to help me whenever I needed you to. And even if you're getting lost on the way to the next place, you always find your way. You just get on with it. You have never let me down. David, you have found a good partner in Georgia. She is loyal, kind, hardworking. So all I ask that you take good care of her. Make her happy. As long as you say, yes, darling, you'll be doing well. I have got to know David over the last few years, and I know he is a very hard-working and will be a good husband. I can already see they will make a good team. As in our business, that is what we need, teamwork. I myself have been very lucky to have with me by my side for 31 years, along with our son and daughter. They have made my team. It makes me hard times easy. Without them all, I wouldn't be who I am today. I know that Amanda and Georgia have both worked very hard to get everything ready for this wedding. I think you will agree that they have done a fantastic job. I would also like to say how lucky Georgia is to have both, here we go, lucky enough to have some of her grandparents here on her wedding day with you. I know if my own father was here, he would be incredibly proud of you, Georgia, as I am. I would like just to ask you all to drink a toast to the grandparents. Thank you. Thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. I would just like to wish that both good health and happiness always for the bride, for the future, sorry. If you would all give a glass and a toast to David and Georgia. Thank you very much. I know I've done my speech, but Georgia, David, you look fabulous together, and I'm sure you won't go far wrong. And me and your mother, whatever you want, you can always come to our door, good times and bad. And we love you tremendously. Georgia, David, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Christopher Dancer. So, ladies and gentlemen, we now come to public speaking for the first time as an husband. I know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the only opportunity you're probably going to get to speak uninterrupted, so milk it, make. Ladies and gentlemen, please, the very best and the most noise for Mr. David Rollins Jr.
Hello, right, where do I start? Well, last couple of days have just gone a lot quicker than expected. We've blinked our eyes, but we've had some good times. Georgia's finally got a smile on her face. It was a bit questionable the first couple of days if she was going to smile. You know, I'd like to thank Amanda and Chris for putting a lovely day on for us today. We've really enjoyed ourselves. You know, everyone looks lovely. Georgia, you look beautiful. You're very lucky to have me. Baz, Jonathan, tomorrow, no late nights, we've got to get the bills in. You know, I hope everyone has a good time tonight. It's going to be short and sweet. I've not got much to say. Thank you everyone much for coming. I'd like to thank Uncle Glenn for the drinks he's brought. I will buy you one back tomorrow, I promise. Before you leave. Thank you everyone for much. I'm not going to say much more. Thank you.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your groom, David Rollins Jr. I nearly went. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go from junior to senior. So will you please put your hands together and make some noise for the father of the groom, Mr. David Rollins Sr.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, hey, we're gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. First of all, where do I start? Georgia. Beautiful last night. Stunning today. Absolutely stunning. David. I don't know where to start with you. I'm not going to tell no silly stories and embarrass you. Me and your mum are so proud of the man that's standing here today with his beautiful wife. You have always been by our side for 28 years. Me and you have worked together side by side for most of those. We've had good times, we've had bad times. In the shed, the tempers have flew, tools have been flying, but never at one another. Sorry, I'm a little bit emotional. I would like to say that now you're starting a new journey as husband and wife. Me and your mum now both by both of your sides through whatever. As your dad said, if you need anything, me and my wife are here for you. Sorry. Right. I would also like to say, my beautiful wife over there, how fantastic she looks. I would like to thank Christopher and Amanda. Fantastic wedding. Please give them a round of applause that they deserve. We all wish you all the health, wealth and happiness that you both deserve. James, you done it, mate. He's here in one piece, which is surprising, as we know. Most of all, I'd like everybody, please, to be upstanding and drink a bumper toast to George and Danta, the bride and the groom. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on, give it up, make some noise, please. Mr. David Rollins, Sr. It now comes to the ladies to start making a few speeches, ladies and gentlemen. And we turn to the chief bridesmaid. Have another drink, you'll be weak. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise. Make her feel very warm and welcome. Heidi Owens!
Once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. The years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. Only shooting stars break the mold. It's a cool place.
Right, I've already spoke today, so I'll keep this short and sweet. Auntie Amanda, Uncle Chris, thank you for putting a beautiful wedding, buying me a beautiful dress, and thank you for always treating me as child number 3. I love you more than you both know. David, I've liked you from day number 1, to be honest. I've never told you this, but you must be all right if you've always put up with Nancy's square-head jokes. But David, no, Georgia, you was my first best friend and you'll be my last best friend. If you've not been taking me on day out, giving me advice, bossing me around, telling me what to wear, what to do, you'll be my first best friend, you'll be my last. I love you more than anything. Have a lovely day. Have a drink from me. Thank you very much, everyone.
Keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. She makes her way back. Heidi Owens. Hey, hey. Now, our next speaker, ladies and gentlemen, had a very important role today. I checked with John before I started speaking about how far I could go. Should I tell any gags or anything? And John said, don't tell any gags, for God's sake. So, teacher in the... No. Ladies and gentlemen, the best man, Mr. James Rogers.
I am the drum and bass father. 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 Yo, I am the drum and bass father. Got it like Gaza. Don't wear Gucci. Don't wear Prada. Strangle the with an iPhone charger. Enough of them think the big but I'm larger. What goes on?
Well then, well then.
Things are getting a bit real, aren't they? Look at him. Standing there, look, married man now. Wouldn't have thought it, would you? Never, ever would you have thought he'd stand there being a married man. But you've got to say, what a beautiful wife he's got. Am I right or what? Am I right? Am I right? What a beautiful wife he's got. Georgia, you do, honestly, you look absolutely stunning. That's probably the first and the last you'll ever get off me. Dave, you know, obviously, you look all right, didn't you? I did never really seen you look so tidy. Always see you in a pair of overalls and that, didn't it? In the shed all the time making. What was it you said? Could have done without this, really. Got 2 pay boxes to finish off. Got to get these jobs done. Oh, could have done without it. Could have done with being a month later, couldn't it? But, when he rung me, right, he rings me, right, yeah, just talking, rings me a couple of times, and I knew what he was ringing for. Every time he was just about to say, oh, I got something to ask you, I go, oh, I got to go, my tea's ready. Put the phone down. Put the phone down. Everybody kept saying, he's going to ask you, he's going to ask you. So he finally asked me, he said, will you be my best man? I said, yeah, all right, I'll do it. I said, I'll be your best man, but I've got one condition. He said, what's that? I said, I don't want to make a speech. This is the most nervous I've ever been in my life. Right? This is, right? So I says, look, I'll do it, but I'm not making a speech. He went, I don't blame you, because I don't want to do one either, because I'm feeling exactly the same. Georgia says to me, are you making a speech? I said, no. And the abuse, what I received, you've got to make a speech, you've got to make a speech, you're the best man, you've got to make a speech. So, I'm not married, I haven't got a girlfriend, I haven't got anything, but if, no, I've not said it for that, shut up. Right, but I've got a little bit of advice for you. When Georgia asks you something, just say yes. Don't argue, don't say no, just say yes, all right, I'll do it. Even though you know you're not going to do it, just tell her yes, because it'll make your life so much easier. You won't receive a ton of abuse, and you'll breeze through life. It'll just be easy. Obviously, got to say thank you to Christopher and Amanda for putting on an absolutely stunning day. It has been brilliant. That first night when I come, the other night, the first night when I got here, Georgia, you couldn't really speak to you because everything was in a daze, wasn't it? You was that stressed. Same with Amanda, stressed, but what a day you've put on. I'm glad now you're both smiling, everybody's smiling, it's a good day. David, Elizabeth, Mum, Dad, everybody here, everybody. I want to say, I'm not going to drag it on because everybody just wants to have a drink, then they have a good time now. So I'm going to say, can everybody raise a toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Rawlins?
Ladies and gentlemen, James Rogers. We come now, ladies and gentlemen, to probably one of the people I've known longest in this room, godmother of the bride, Nicola Gooch.
Pretty woman, walking down the street. Pretty woman, the kind I like to meet. Pretty woman, I don't believe you, you're not the truth. No one could look as good as you.
I like that introduction, that was really good, thank you. Can I just say, I know he's already said this, the best man, but what an absolute perfect day it's been. The attention to detail is absolutely second to none. I think all the hard work and all the stress has really paid off, Amanda Jane and Georgia. Absolutely beautiful. Amanda Jane and myself, we've been friends all of our life. We've laughed together, we've cried together, we've made the most amazing memories together. In fact, it's a little like deja vu. We stood here tonight because 31 years ago we stood in a similar room making a speech at their wedding, which, Michelle, you'll agree with me on this, we had our work really cut out for us, didn't we? Keeping this one calm. I mean, she's a a breeze, really. But anyway, right. Yeah. From being a little baby, Georgia has always been a happy, smiley little baby. And it came to no surprise to me, and, well, Sasha, of course, as well, asking us both to be your godmother. She was always a lovely, happy, jolly little thing. And she always loved a party. She was the first up dancing to the macaroon, wasn't you? First there. And as she's got many hidden talents as well, baking and cooking. I sampled a few nice cakes in lockdown. It was like, oh, you know, she has got a very creative imagination. Once me and Paul went over to stay with Christopher and Amanda, walked in the bathroom, wow, to get ready to go out somewhere. Bath towels in the shapes of beautiful swans. The toilet rolls. The toilet rolls had the amazing bows on them. I almost thought I'd walked into some posh London hotel, but no, that's Georgia, our Georgia, and a very creative imagination. She's always been, you know, one of them, a girl in my own heart. Which, David, I'm not going to be long now. This is where you come into it. No, I've missed a bit, actually. She's always been a credit to her mom and dad. She's always been a hard worker. She's always knew exactly what she wanted out of life, which is where you come in. I've only met you on a couple of occasions, but in those times you've always been polite and very well-mannered. I feel Georgia has made the perfect choice. And I know you're going to just get along perfectly, but I'll say to you what I said to Christopher 31 years ago at his wedding. When it's dinner time, don't be late, because she will have the plate away and washed up before you've even eaten your dinner off it. Georgia, you look absolutely beautiful today, which I never doubted. I hope you both have the best of health and happiness, and may all your troubles be very creative little ones.
Nicola Goose, ladies and gentlemen. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another bridesmaid, another lady, and another Owen. Will you please put your hands together for Nancy?
Shakira, Shakira. I never really knew that she could dance like this. She make a man wanna speak Spanish. Como se llama? Bonita. Picasa. Shakira, Shakira.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. So be wise and keep on reading the signs of my body. I'm on tonight, you know my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right. All the attraction, the tension. Don't you see, baby, this is perfection.
Hey, girl, I can see your body moving, and it's driving me crazy. And I didn't have the slightest idea.
Okay, I was told mine's supposed to be the funny one. However, I don't know. So you all better laugh. Mine is not sweet nor short, but hostess to hostess, ladies and gentlemen, bride and groom. David, welcome to our family. All I know is that you must really love Georgia to put yourself in this situation. When my dad first met you, I asked him what his opinions were of you, and he said, and I quote, You were a six-fingered, 12-toed Eastern County mutant. But he liked you. But he liked you, and that's high praise indeed. But even though he thought that, I always knew I enjoyed having you around. And that's not because I thought he had a square head and I found it funny. But if Georgia loves you, we love you. But, however, if this marriage fails, there's only two people to blame. Georgia and Auntie Amanda. Georgia, thank you for letting me be your bridesmaid today. Even though you know I'm not a fan of dresses, I will admit you look all right today. Do you remember when we was in Florida, I found that four-legged, scaly lizard. And my first thought was to lob it at you. 6 years later, no regrets. Thank you for all the advice you've given me, even though you know I will never listen to any of it. Besides all of this, I really do love you, and I wish you all the best in your new life.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nancy A. So I've got a very formal list, ladies and gentlemen, of speakers, and it just officially says on the next speaker, relative of the bride, or possibly bride's family. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. James Danter.
All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. We don't need no education. We don't need no school control. Adopt sarcasm in the classroom. Teachers leave the kids alone. Leave us kids alone.
Right, Georgia. Georgia. I've not wrote nothing down. This is from the heart, from me and the... Anyway, so at the end of the day, you was a young lady, a young girl with big pigtails as you growed up. Then you was a teenager with plenty to say. Then you was a lovely lady, and you're right today, as everybody has already said, you're not only a beautiful bride, you're absolutely stunning. You are a true showman's daughter. Wash, clean, bake, cook, build up and pull down. When you've never got no staff, which is nearly all the time, you're there at the side of your dad, you can pull that twist down or whatever else, no trouble at all. Honest credit is to you and to your mum and dad the way they've brought you up. You are an anchor in that firm. Honest you are. I know they've already said it, but our door will always be open as well. If you can't go to mum and dad, or David's mum and dad, our door is always there, you know that. David, Jonathan's one of the mates and everything, and I know I've seen your workmanship. You are a true showman, craftsman. Nothing seems to faze you. You can get on and make stuff as well. If you two pull in the same direction, up and down, round and round like we go, then nothing will stop you. You'll make your own happiness, you make your own life, and you will keep going. And you will do that because you both come from true and showman families that can turn their hand, good or bad, to anything. And you will do. So I do wish you all the best happiness and everything. And I'd also like to say it is lovely to see Irene here, as well as all these grandparents, on this special day to see you getting married. It is truly remarkable that to bring the family together and in the situations that they are all here. And then Christopher and Amanda, this has been the nightmare that they never wanted. They know it's true. They never wanted this, never wanted you to go, but you've only got your own life to start. They've put a tremendous and amazing wedding on today. Your mum and dad, as well as us, are that proud of you. It is unbelievable. Your father's speech was touching. He'd done very well to get through it, and it's a credit to all of you. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, James Danter. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the order of balance, we will now have a speaker from the groom's side, Mr. Swaley Forrest.
Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yes, that'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave, you know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die. Well, you give me all your loving and your hurt and loving, all your hugs and kisses and your money too. Well, you know you love me, baby. Still you tell me maybe that.
Contrary to what a lot of people think, I'm not Buddy Holly. I haven't got any hair anymore. Bride and groom, fellow guest. Let me first say thank you to Christopher and Amanda for allowing us to be present at such a lovely occasion. Wonderful wedding. These two young people today, I've been privileged to travel on Danter's ground over the past 52 years. I've seen this young lady grow up. I know she'll be a marvellous person, like all the rest of the generation of the Danter's kids are. Marvellous ambassadors for the building, for the business, this crazy business that we all love so much. As for David, I've watched him grow up. He's my older sister's grandson, so I know him personally. Over the years, they've not had it easy, but I will always be here for you. And through life, you'll have lots of problems. A lot of them you'll get over easy. But if you cling together, love one another, live a long, healthy, and happy life, and the good sense to enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Oh, that was lovely. Thank you, Uncle Swaley.
Forgotten who it is. I was doing so well, wasn't I? Ladies and gentlemen, I'll just keep talking, just cover it out, it's fine. Friend of the bride. Ruin the surprise now. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Shannon Day.
You got a friend in me.
Oh, yeah. You got a friend in me.
When the road rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old past said. Boy, you got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me.
I would just like to warn everyone I'm so trashed about this speech.
So am I. I was fine until Christopher spoke, and it made me cry. So you've done this. Now, I don't know, Christopher is in my yard every day. Every morning, before Mum and Dad's even out of bed, Christopher is in my yard. So I said to him, what do I say? So he said, wing it. You never winged it. You had a printed copy of your speech. He also said, tell everyone they look lovely and thanks for coming. I can't say that. So I ripped out my takings book and we got something. Amanda, you might want to leave. Right. No, because this is for her. I'm just going to start by saying, when I said yes to this, a speech for you, Georgia, I instantly regretted it. Because yes, you are my best friend, but how do you expect me to keep this speech Amanda friendly? Georgia, I Googled the whole month I was in Florida, what do I say in a speech? And it was all nice stuff, so that didn't work. I've been telling you for a week I am winging it, and I wrote this 3 days ago, and then I lost a piece of paper this morning, but I found it, we're good. First off, Georgia, you look unbelievable. I knew you would, because I wrote this before I even see you. You've been my best friend since we was in prams. We've done everything together with more stories than I'm allowed to share, apparently. Like the broken sink. You've always been my posh friend. With a very posh mum. And I'm not gonna lie, Amanda, you've scared me a lot over the years. And I'm really sorry for always getting dirty handprints on your white Formica. We've done the lot, from road trips, first dances together, sneaking out at Hereford, sorry Mum and Dad, and Mum and Dad, spewing on the bench outside the kebab at Leominster. I asked her to leave. She didn't want to leave. We've never been able to handle any drink. We're probably going to spew together tonight. Our first holiday alone together was one of the best holidays I've ever had, and I can't wait for more. This is for you. When Georgia first told me she started seeing you, David, when she first told me she's seen you, I thought, oh no. I'm not going to lie, you wasn't my favourite slice of cake. And everyone said how nice you are, but you wasn't mine. But the longer I've got to know you, and the more I see you together, I see how happy you make each other, and I couldn't wish for a better person to be my best friend's husband. You need to stop crying. Now, I can't follow on to all these speeches, they're too emotional. But I just want to say I love you both, look. And this is it now. We're married, they're married, you're married. That's it. That's it. Yeah. But I tell you what comes for you now, Christopher. Instead of you coming around the yard, go, JD, get up. I'm not going to use the word you say. But you are now going to be like my mum and dad. You had 2 children at home. My mum and dad had 4. And in no time, in the space of 5 years, they have now got 6 grandchildren. So good luck, because it's your turn next. I just want to raise a toast to them both. And how lovely you look. Congratulations.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Shannon. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we come to our final speech, could you please join me in putting your hands together for the staff here at the hotel? They've done a cracking job. Give it up for the team. I'll take it back, Nicola. You're not the person I've known longest here. Our next speaker is, I reckon. Ladies and gentlemen, our final speaker, and it's a cracker, uncle of the bride, Josie Owen!
It's the hip hop of Amigo Double G. Snoop Dogg! You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
Yeah. You know who's back
DPGC, man, turn it. CPT, LBC, yeah, we hooking back up. And when they bang this in the club, baby, you got to get up. Thug. Yeah, they giving it.
Host and hostess, ladies and gentlemen, bride and groom. David, my family and I would like to welcome you into our family. And I hope that we have made you welcome over the last few years. The first time Georgia introduced you, she was in Amy Winehouse mode. She was blind drunk. She was slobbering all over me. You were stood behind her and she introduced Uncle Joseph, this is David. My first impressions were, I could take you no problem. He was sweating like a whore in church. I shook his hand as hard as I could. After shaking his hand, I actually thought to myself, our Georgia could knock 10 bells out of this lad. David, welcome to the Married Men's Club. It's not exclusive. Any four can join. It's a club where you will work a lot harder than you have before. You will give all your earnings to your wife, the same person that you will now sleep with every single night. And all you will get in return is an ear bending. You do no longer need an iPhone or a smartphone or Google. Your wife now knows everything. I like observational things. Last night, my lady wife, she came up to me and she said, have you seen that gentleman over there dancing on the dance floor? Not a care in the world. I said, I haven't took no notice. She said, 25 years ago, he proposed to me and I turned him down. Okay. She said, what do you think he's doing now? Still fucking celebrating, is what I thought. Georgia. From a tiny baby to a beautiful bride. We have always been very close. In fact, we were laughing about it last night when I lifted you out the bath. Not really, we're not from Notts and Derby or nothing like that. Apparently, they just married their first cousins. Me and Grandma Irene were talking the other night about how when you was a little girl, you used to come and stop with us and how you used to love a bath around the wagon. Grandma turned around to me and said, you wouldn't lift her out now. As you know, Grandma has a tongue like a razor, and I love it when the three of you come round the chalet to tell me the stories that she said to you. The perfect, how can I say, is backhanded compliments. Georgia, you stood up anyway. This is our Georgia, by the way. According to Grandma Irene, she's not as slim as she thinks she is. If you didn't already know, this is my daughter Heidi. If my mom introduces her to anybody, she likes cake. My other daughter, Nancy, come here. Come. Hi, babe. Give us a little twirl. This is Nancy. She's just like me. David, I've got to break you some... go sit down. David, I've got to give you some bad news. Your wife is a thief. In fact, she's on Mickey Mouse's most wanted list. On the numerous trips we've been to Florida, every swag shop that she walked in, she'd come out with badges, key rings, Mickey Mouse ears, decorations, Christmas decorations. I used to think to myself, I'm so proud. Georgia, you are my first daughter. You put me in training for what was to come. I know every princess dress. I could sing every princess song. So when my girls came along, I was more than ready. Today, you are in your own fairy tale. It's really lovely to see Grandma and Grandad here because I've had lots of illnesses over the last couple of years. The latest addiction for my dad is Viagra. Any kind of addiction is very hard. I'm sure people in the room will understand. But apparently, it's Grandma that's taking it the hardest. Being a 48-year-old human being and a 23-year veteran of marriage, I can't offer you any advice. This is your journey. What I do know is being rich has nothing to do with money. Work to live, do not live to work. Have fun, go on adventures. And in the near future, if we are lucky enough to hear the sound of tiny feet, we will put them in the bath and we will start all over again. I love you, my first daughter. Thank you very much.
And I was worried about what I was going to say. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go. Where's she go? Don't go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the final formality of the night, which is, of course, the first dance. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to make a circle around our square dance floor, makes perfect sense to me.